Is your baby fighting sleep every night? Do you feel like you've tried everything, but you're still walking the floors at 3 in the morning? You're not alone. The struggle is real, but I promise there is a light at the end of the tunnel. In this video, we're going to dive into a comprehensive guide packed with proven methods and quick hacks to help your little one and you get the rest you desperately need. We'll cover everything from creating the perfect sleep environment to a step-by-step routine that will signal to your baby that it's time to wind down. By the end of this, you'll be armed with an arsenal of techniques to make bedtime a breeze. So, grab your coffee, you won't need it for long, and let's get started on the journey to sweet dreams for your baby. First things first, let's talk about the sleep space. Creating the perfect environment is like setting the stage for a great performance. And in this case, the performance is a long, peaceful night of sleep. Think of it as building a little sleep sanctuary for your baby. The number one rule: make it dark, and I mean really dark, like cave dark. Use blackout curtains or even temporary blackout blinds. Even a tiny sliver of light from a street lamp or a device can disrupt a baby's sleep cycle. They don't have the same sleep patterns as adults, and light is a major signal to their brain that it's time to be awake. So, cover up those little LED lights on baby monitors or air purifiers with some electrical tape. A truly dark room helps their brain produce melatonin, the sleepy hormone, which is exactly what we want. Next up, let's talk temperature. Have you ever tried to sleep when you're too hot or too cold? It's nearly impossible. Babies are the same, but they can't just kick off the covers or grab another blanket. The ideal temperature for a baby's room is between 65 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 18 to 22 degrees Celsius. It might feel a little cool to you, but it's actually safer and more comfortable for them. Overheating is a risk factor we want to avoid. A simple room thermometer can be a game changer. Dress your baby in a single layer of breathable pajamas or a sleep sack. A good rule of thumb is to dress them in one more layer than you're comfortably wearing. Keeping the room cool and dressing them appropriately is a huge step toward safer, better sleep. Now, let's add the final piece to our sleep sanctuary puzzle: sound. The world is a noisy place, and your house is no exception. A dog barking, a car horn, or even you just walking down the hallway can be enough to jolt your baby awake. This is where white noise comes in. A consistent, low rumbling sound can work wonders. Why? Because it mimics the sounds your baby heard in the womb. It was never silent in their bay. Heard the constant whoosh of your blood flow and your heartbeat. A white noise machine can create a comforting, familiar environment that masks those sudden, harrowing noises. You can use a dedicated machine, an app on an old phone, or even a simple fan. Just make sure it's a continuous sound, not something that shuts off after a timer. You want that sound running all night long to help them connect their sleep cycles. All right, now that we've set the stage, let's get into the main event: the 5 S's. This method, popularized by Dr. Harvey Karp, is a lifesaver for calming a fussy baby and easing them into sleep. It's designed to recreate the sensations of the womb. The first S is swaddle. A good, snug swaddle is like a warm hug for your baby. It prevents their startle reflex, that jerky arm movement that can wake them up. Think of it as giving them that secure, contained feeling they had before they were born. Make sure it's snug around their arms but loose around their hips to allow for healthy hip development. If your baby is a little Houdini and escapes every swaddle, try a swaddle sack with Velcro or zippers. They are absolute game changers. A well-swaddled baby is a calm baby. The second S is side or stomach position. Now, this is crucial. This position is only for calming, not for sleeping. Always, and I mean always, place your baby on their back to sleep. But when you're holding your fussy baby, holding them on their side or over your shoulder on their stomach can be incredibly soothing. It helps deactivate the Moro reflex, that falling sensation that can trigger their arms to flail. It's a simple shift in position, but it can make a world of difference when you're trying to get them to settle down. So, hold them securely in this position while you're calming them, and once they're asleep, gently roll them onto their back in the crib. Safety first, always. Let's move on to the third S. Shush. Remember how we talked about white noise? Shushing is the portable, on-demand version. A loud, rhythmic she sound right near your baby's ear can be magical. You might feel a little silly at first, but you need to be louder than their cries to get their attention. The shushing sound is very similar to the whooshing noises of the womb. It's another familiar comfort. You can do this yourself, or you can use a white noise machine or app to do the heavy lifting for you. The key is consistency and volume. Don't be afraid to really put some power into that shush. It's one of the most effective tools in your calming toolkit. The fourth S is swing. No, I don't mean putting them in a playground swing. I'm talking about gentle rhythmic motion. In the womb, your baby was constantly in motion. Every time you walked, sat down, or rolled over, they were gently jiggling and swaying. Recreating this motion is deeply calming for them. You can do this by rocking in a chair, swaying back and forth while holding them, or even just making small, jiggly movements. The movements should be small and fast, more like a vibration than a big, sweeping swing. Think of it like shivering. This motion helps to trigger their calming reflex. Just be sure to always support their head and neck and keep the movements gentle and safe. And finally, the fifth S, suck. Sucking is a natural, powerful, soothing mechanism for babies. It's not just for nutrition, it's for comfort. This is where a pacifier can be your best friend. Sucking helps to lower their heart rate, blood pressure, and stress levels. It's an instant calmer. If you're breastfeeding, it's generally recommended to wait until nursing is well established, usually around 3 to 4 weeks, before introducing a pacifier. But once you do, it can be an incredible tool for helping your baby drift off to sleep. If your baby isn't a fan of pacifiers, you can also let them suck on your clean finger, knuckle side up. The sucking reflex is one of the most powerful calming reflexes they have. So you've got the 5 S's down. Now let's talk about putting it all together in a predictable bedtime routine. Babies thrive on routine. A consistent sequence of events before bed helps their little brains and bodies understand that sleep is coming. It doesn't have to be long or complicated. A simple 20 to 30-minute routine is perfect. Start with a warm bath. The warm water is relaxing, and the slight drop in their body temperature after the bath naturally helps to induce sleepiness. It's a clear signal that the day is ending and it's time to wind down. Make it a calm, quiet time. No splashy, exciting games. Just gentle washing and soothing water. After the bath, follow it up with a gentle massage. You don't need to be a professional masseuse. Just use a baby-safe lotion or oil and use slow, gentle strokes on their legs, arms, and back. This is not only incredibly relaxing for them, but it's also a wonderful bonding experience. Physical touch releases feel-good hormones for both you and your baby. It helps them relax their muscles and feel secure and loved. Talk to them in a soft, quiet voice while you do it. This gentle touch and calm interaction further reinforces that it's time to settle down for the night. The final step in your routine should be something quiet and stationary, done in the dimly lit room where they will sleep. Reading a story is a perfect choice. Even if they're too young to understand the words, the rhythmic sound of your voice is calming. Choose a couple of short, simple board books and read them in a soft, melodic tone. This becomes a powerful sleep cue. Over time, as soon as you start reading that familiar story, their body will know what's coming next. Sleep. After the story, give them a final cuddle. Say your goodnights and place them in their crib, drowsy but still awake. This helps them learn to fall asleep on their own. Now for some quick hacks for those extra tough nights. First, the tissue trick. It sounds bizarre, but it works for a surprising number of babies. Take a light single-ply tissue and gently stroke it over your baby's face from their forehead down to their chin. Repeat this motion slowly and rhythmically. The light, repetitive touch often encourages them to close their eyes, and many babies will drift off within a minute or two. It's a strange but effective little trick to have up your sleeve. Another quick hack is the sound of running water. If your baby is really fighting sleep and nothing else is working, try taking them into the bathroom and turning on the faucet or the shower. The sound of running water is a very powerful form of white noise. The combination of the sound and you holding them in a dark, warm room can often be enough to calm them down and lull them to sleep. It's an emergency level trick, but when you're desperate, it's definitely worth a try. So there you have it. We've covered creating the perfect sleep environment, the magic of the 5 S's, building a solid bedtime routine, and even a few quirky hacks for good measure. The single most important thing to remember through all of this is consistency. Whatever methods you choose, stick with them. It takes time for a baby to learn new sleep habits. There will be good nights and bad nights, but if you stay consistent, you will see progress. Be patient with your baby, and just as importantly, be patient with yourself. You are doing an amazing job. I hope these tips help you and your little one get the peaceful nights you both deserve. Thank you so much for watching. and sweet dreams. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more parenting tips.